welcome to term 3, and a little bit of a different start to the term for us as a TigerSharks community. As a team of coaches, we're as frustrated as you could possibly imagine with the current scenario, but we're really keen to make sure that term 3 is as helpful and as useful to supporting the students as possible. And lots of what I talk about today will show that and show where we're trying to go with the training over the next couple of weeks. I've kind of given a theme to this week is reconnect. And what I mean by that is trying to reconnect ourselves with what the TigerSharks community is about. A lot of it to me is about working together, working as a team, and finding ways to be challenged all the way through, regardless whether we're in the water or whether we're on land. And we've got lots of opportunities over the coming weeks to find different challenges, be involved, and make sure that our community remains strong, ready for next year, ready for whenever we get our chance to be back in the pool. As a coach, it's been the first time in a long time that I've had time to do my own CPL, my own personal development, and over such a sustained period. And I've enjoyed having that time to connect with coaches around the world, speak to different people, and get a real feel for what's going on outside our own community and outside our little Patna bubble. I spent time in discussions with some of the top Australian coaches through the ASTA conferences that are on offer at the moment, and hearing how they're working with their students and what they're doing, what's effective and what they don't feel is as effective, and what they're trying to do to prepare those students for returning to the pool in the next few weeks, hopefully, or maybe that will be a little bit further on. I had a great time listening to Coach Sergio Lopez, who was the coach of Joe Schooling when he won the Olympic gold medal for Singapore, and he's also the high school coach of Caleb Dressel, so a very, very important and influential coach around the world. And he was talking about how he used to prepare his students to go from high school to college level, and what he felt were important traits as they moved towards higher education. And last night I got involved with the new Netflix documentary about Michael Jordan, and I found it really interesting seeing how he comes across and is portrayed in the footage, and actually how negatively he could be portrayed, yet we view him as such an amazing and a talented basketball player, but there's a lot more to his personality, but a lot of that also was what made him quite so good at what he does. I've also managed to work out twice a day for 3 weeks now. Now, this is something I haven't done in probably 10 years, and it was something that I didn't really think was going to happen in this period, but I've made a concerted effort in my own for my own personal health and well-being to do something different and challenge myself to really get back into better shape. And that kind of leads me on to my next point, which is during this period, and I asked the students this on Tuesday, how can we make sure that we're better when we get back to the school? What can we do to improve ourselves each day? What benefits can this situation, what benefits to this situation can I use to my advantage? We've never had so much time at home, and obviously this is the best chance we've ever had for us to connect with our family again, have meal times together, have time to work together, do puzzles together, play games together, exercise together. But it's about choices, and there's still an opportunity here for the students to make good choices and also make those not so good choices. And I know for some, particularly for our boys, trying to get them off of social media and get them off of gaming is really, really important. But they have to make those choices too. And that was a big part of our conversation on Tuesday. Obviously, right now, I'd love us to be in the water. We miss it. I miss it. And being poolside every day, but we can't do that. And whilst we're sending and having some great conversations with students about the bungee sessions they're doing, or some of those very lucky ones who have got their own pool, we've also been working on making sure that there's great opportunities for the students outside of the pool, to still stay fit, to still stay involved. And I just wanted to go through a couple of things that are really important during this period. And the first one is, it's really key that we keep the students at a good level of aerobic fitness. Now, aerobic activities include swimming, is a great one obviously, but cycling is a really good one. There's been lots of social media activity of Adam Peaty, the world record holder for 50 and 100 metre breaststroke, doing these cycling races online with different people around the world. He's really enjoying it, and it's helping him to keep himself aerobically fit. Running is a really good one, and skipping, but that does have a negative effect, particularly on our ankles. They tend to be in the wrong position for swimming when we're running, so it's important that the students are stretching their ankles off afterwards. And I'm happy to help out with ideas of how to do that if you are doing lots of running. The next point is a few months off swimming isn't the end of the world. It's an opportunity for us to grow in other ways. For lots of the students, it will be an opportunity to physically grow with this time of a little bit less exercise, and their body has a bit of time to recover and recuperate. But it's about what we do around not being in the pool that's key. And some of our more senior swimmers, we've talked about it's the importance of trying to do sessions which are more like 60 to 90 minutes of activity. And for our junior students, trying to aim to get towards that 60-minute mark, and not just 20 minutes here and there, but be consistent on 60 minutes a day. And certainly if you get the chance to get an extra 30 minutes of a different activity in there, that would be useful too. I know there's some really great yoga videos out there at the moment, and Pilates videos out there at the moment, as well as HIIT sessions all over the internet that you can use, which are really fantastic to support the training that's going on. A little update on what we're doing, and I know this has been in my email, but I just wanted to go through some things. During the week, we will have an update each week where I'll go online, and hopefully some of the parents and the students will get involved in talking about what we're doing, what went well the previous week, and what we're trying to adapt a little bit the following week. We had our first cooking class yesterday, which was fantastic. It was great to see 30. I think we topped out at nearly 40 swimmers involved, having a go and being involved in the conversations that were going on. I'd love to see next week even more, and I'll be sending the ingredients for our high energy chocolate chip cookies for next week's video in the coming days. And I'm also going to be asking, or Polly Nevin will be joining me as co-host for next week to add some extra entertainment to the cooking show. And then 3 times a week we'll be doing land-based swim sessions. Now we'll start that today, this afternoon, with our sprint backstroke session, which will be led by Coach Tim at 3 o'clock. I'd love to see lots of you there and involved, and that will be a really exciting opportunity to see how these land sessions work. It's going to be interactive, and with this email you'll have received as well a linked sheet where you can go onto Google Sheet to add in your child, or they can hopefully do it for themselves, their time and their heart rate during each set. And that's really important because that helps us to see whether we're getting these sets to represent the right conditions of the sessions we're trying to provide. So hopefully lots of you will be getting involved. We'd love to see 50 people today, and we really hope you'll have a go. The final thing is, each week we've been sharing a challenge set, which is a competitive set that we've been doing with another couple of schools around the world. And one is Tanglin School in Singapore, and one that have just joined the competition is British School Muscat in Oman. So we're working with some great schools with really top swim programs. And each week we provide a challenging land session, and then there's a timed component or a challenge component in there, which we compete, and at the end of each week there is a school's champion. So I'd love to see more of the students getting involved with that, and you guys as parents and as students having a go. I've done this week's, and that's been posted on our Instagram page. My time was 3 minutes 15, and I'd like to see some more of the students having a go. I think currently leading for TigerSharks is TT Banerai in senior performance, who's completed the set in 2 minutes and 9 seconds. That's a pretty incredible time. So I'm looking forward to seeing if anyone can beat that, and certainly what the other schools have on offer. Most important, stay safe, stay home, and hopefully some of these opportunities of training and different ideas might help you guys out at home. And we look forward to seeing you all very soon.